Hello everybody, Dragon Ball Diaries here, and this is my opinion on, as you can see, Dragon Ball GT. First off, I want to show everybody something real quick before I begin my review here. This is Dragon Ball GT Seasons 1 and 2. I'm going to do reviews on them eventually, but I'm doing a separate video that I just kind of have not been able to contain myself to do Seasons 1 and 2 without doing this review. These are some old VHS tapes. I have a couple more of Dragon Ball GT, but these are probably my best condition boxes for the Dragon Ball GT VHS tapes that I had. Okay? And like I said, I'm making my opinion about Dragon Ball GT because I feel like it needs to be said. And the people that view this, I hope will actually listen. This isn't a video about unboxing or really showing anything. It's just basically listening, and this is kind of just something to look at, I guess, to kind of keep your mind on the topic. Now, first off, I want to say that I saw Dragon Ball GT as a kid, okay? When I saw Dragon Ball GT as a kid, you know, I remember the first tape came out. It was called Affliction, with General Rildo on the front cover. There was 4 episodes. I was ecstatic to see it. When I first watched it, I was a little confused at the beginning. You know, it kind of got you right into the action. But to me, there was nothing really wrong with that. The reason why I'm making this video is because there are countless people out there that say Dragon Ball GT absolutely sucked, ruined the series. People even say they don't even consider it a part of the Dragon Ball series. They consider it Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and that's it. People can't stand GT. People think it was just a horrible idea, you know, yada yada yada. There's almost like little to no supporters out there that are willing to talk about Dragon Ball GT on video, which is why I'm willing to, because I am a supporter of Dragon Ball GT. For those of you that are haters right now, you might be watching this and getting ready to turn the video off. I hope you're not, because I really want you to listen to this, and if your opinion doesn't change at the end, at least I tried. There's a lot of problems with GT. I, as a fan, understand that. You know, there's a lot of things that people don't like. You know, some of the biggest things are what you can see on the front cover of this. The Lost Episodes, tape number 1 reaction. Got Kid Goku on the front. People could not stand that Goku was turned back into a child. You know, I was kind of like, yeah, I didn't really agree with that either. You know, but you know, I learned to accept it, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal. You know, a big complaint that people say about GT, you know, is it's only 64 episodes. You know, again, when I was a kid, when Dragon Ball Z ended, I was sort of sad, but I wasn't really that sad because I knew Dragon Ball GT was coming. Shortly after the Dragon Ball Z credits ended for the final tape that I saw, like about a 1-minute trailer of GT came up, and I was like, that looks freaking awesome. Couldn't wait. GT came and went, you know, just like that. You know, 64 episodes, and it was sad, you know, and for the people that watched it in America for the first time back then, like when I was a kid, I think only 49 episodes showed at first, and then that's when they did this, Dragon Ball GT, The Lost Episodes. This is tape number 1 of 5, okay? There's 5 VHS or DVD tapes in the Lost Episodes saga, which is renamed as the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, which is the original name for it, which is what starts in Season 1 of Dragon Ball GT. I like how they re-released it now, so that that's the first season, because really it is. Okay? When the Lost Episodes came out, I was, you know, it was one of those things that was kind of disappointing to me too, you know, like a lot of people, because it was like, you know, the Lost Episodes gave me hope that, like, after GT ended, like, well, at least there's still some new things to collect, and it was just a really, like, it was boring, I'm not gonna lie, it was boring in part, though. That's the thing. One of the biggest things I liked about Dragon Ball GT was it seemed like it like, incorporated everything from its style, which, to me, made it fitting that Dragon Ball GT would be the end of the Dragon Ball trilogy. You know, the first saga, which is the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, aka the Lost Episodes Saga, kind of reminds me a lot of Dragon Ball. You've got Goku back into a kid, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is, you know, they're going on adventures, they're looking for the Dragon Balls again, you know, new enemies and stuff, and just like, back on Dragon Ball, when they met the enemies, a lot of them were like little minor enemies here and there. In GT, it's kind of like Legic, the Bonparapara brothers, Zunama, or whatever his name is, the big whisker dude. They were like these short villain, fights, or just, confrontations in Dragon Ball GT, kind of relevant to Dragon Ball. I remember there was the Rabbit Gang, they were there for like an episode or two, and short fights like that. So that reminded me of Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball Z Incorporation was having old villains come back in the Super 17 saga. The Super 17 saga is the shortest saga in Dragon Ball GT, lasting only 7 episodes, but it's a really good saga. To be honest, it might be one of my favorites. I love how they brought 17 back. They had 2 versions of him. Super 17 was badass, I thought it was cool. And then, you have the Dragon Ball GT part of it, the new experience, and people say, okay, what is that? That's all the other fights. That's the ideas that were made in Dragon Ball GT, and ideas that weren't even thought of in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. GT is short, and that's one of the biggest criticism it gets. For me, it shouldn't be criticized. It should just be, sad. I mean, I was sad. I would have loved for GT to last, at least a couple 100 episodes, whether it was 100 episodes, 200 episodes. I would have loved for it to be that way, But the fact that people are going to the point where they're saying, GT is horrible and, they don't consider it part of the collection, how do you not? Because what? Because Akira Toriyama didn't write it? Okay, he didn't write it, that's true. If you go into a comic store, you'll see Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, you will not find GT, okay, in the same comics that Akira Toriyama wrote, okay? But Toriyama oversaw the project, okay? It's almost like those people that hate GT are trying to buy into that Dragon Ball Hoshi or Dragon Ball AF sort of crap. It's a bunch of BS. That's what it is. It's people putting videos together from old Dragon Ball Z scenes, or putting crappy animation on, or taking a picture, an exact same picture of like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and just changing the hair color and some of the clothing color and saying, this is Goku Super Saiyan 7. No, there's not going to be that. And if there was, how do you explain that? Because they have to pick up off the GT storyline. So what, they're all coming back, Goku and Gohan and all of them are coming back from the grave? That's retarded. Honestly, it is. It's a dumb idea. Now, when I was younger and I saw these, I think it's cool. I like how fans do it, fan-made things and stuff. I still look at them, and I remember when I was younger and I heard about Dragon Ball AF, I was like, oh my god, yes. They're going to make more, they're going to make more. But then they're not. Akira Toriyama does not want to see that. Akira Toriyama has said himself he likes GT. He thought it was cool, and he's the overall creator. I mean, I think I'm not one to judge who's the true Dragon Ball Z fans and who's the true Dragon Ball fans or whatever. I'm not going to say you're not a true fan or you are a true fan. I consider myself a true fan, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys consider yourselves true fans. And I just feel that the true fans should be able to accept this and not, like, just bitch about it and bicker about it, Dragon Ball GT was pretty good, true. Could it have been better? Yes. Were there plot holes? Yes. There were a lot. There were a lot in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball 2. I would say more so in Z than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was probably the least potholed of them all. But, and, I mean, there are, and I get that, One of the biggest things I hear is character development and character involvement. For those of you that don't know, the picture in my, YouTube channel is Majin Vegeta. Vegeta is my favorite. I absolutely love Vegeta. I think his character and everything is awesome. He's barely included in GT. GT is surrounded by Goku, Trunks, and Pan, and then pretty much after they get home from collecting the Dragon Balls, it's just Goku and Pan as the main characters. with side involvement between Gohan, Goten, Majub, and all that. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of issues. One, like Oob, at the end of Dragon Ball Z, Oob was going off to train with Goku, and everybody thought Oob was going to be great. Much like the story of Gohan, though, when Goku sacrificed himself against Cell, so Gohan could become the new hero of Earth, it didn't work out the plan. Gohan ended up stopped training and became weaker than he was as a teenager. He became weaker as he was like a young adult. That's kind of what happened with Oob. The storyline with Oob, to me, yeah, it was pretty, bad, I guess you could say. He should have been involved more, I feel, but it's whatever. I'm going to try and do this in saga format, and I'm going to let everybody know right now in this video, I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, because I could already tell I'm going to go past my 15-minute webcam limit. Let's start with the lost episodes, or the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. The Black Star Dragon Ball Saga is, probably people's least favorite, which I agree. Looking back at how they released it, in America the first time around, before they called it the Lost Episodes, or before they called it the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, when they released it as the Lost Episodes, even though I didn't like that they released that and that was the ending that we got, and it was just kind of like, wow, whatever, even though that's true, it kind of made sense, though, because a lot of people that were waiting for GT, they wanted to see the action. They didn't want to see 15 episodes of dilly-dallying and, whatever, these little random fights and these random missions or whatever. But still, it was cool. Like, now I appreciate that series, or that saga. It's a decent saga. Some of the fights are decent. The endings to the fights, yeah, I'll admit, I didn't like some of them, especially the one with Goku and Muchi, or Cardinal Muchi. Goku's a Super Saiyan and he's getting beat up, and then out of nowhere, just a random, what looks like to be a normal blast from Trunks at his normal level, kills off Muchi. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I thought it was kind of, whatever. Why couldn't Goku do that the whole time? Sort of how Oob did that to General Rildo when General Rildo was fighting Gohan in the Super 17 saga. But, still, wasn't that bad. The Lost Episodes, or the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, was a decent saga. Then you get into the Baby Saga. This is one of the tapes from the Baby Saga, which, by the way, real quick, I want to mention, this is another thing that I didn't really care for. They numbered the tapes at the bottom, number 4 here, and the Lost Episodes, you got number 1 next to Reaction. I didn't like how every tape had, like, a name with a shun at the end of it. Proliferation, Revolution, Reaction, Generations. The names for the tapes were pretty dull, but still. The Baby Saga, which is a lot of people's favorite saga in Dragon Ball GT. It's the longest one. The idea of Baby, I thought was alright. It's kind of like I don't know, it's something we haven't seen before. It mixed together a lot of ideas, kind of like the Garlic Jr. saga with the Black Water Mist, and you kind of combine that with the Majin Buu saga. I don't know, I think those villains together, it kind of mixes well, and that kind of forms Baby. It makes sense, because, he's able to get into people's bodies and mutate into, like, this liquid, kind of like Majin Buu could, yeah, he doesn't really regenerate or anything, but still, he's pretty cool, Anyway, though, that's it for this part of the review. Please watch part 2. I'm going to start and continue with the Baby Saga, and hopefully I'll finish my review at the end of my next part.